Hello everyone and welcome to another stream. I know that in the morning, or maybe before noon should I say, I did call this stream something else. I was going to do a anniversary stream, you know, just to cover the stuff that happens there, etc, etc. Except, it's really bad. There's nothing to do. There really isn't any fun to be had. I wanted to challenge myself by going through the anniversary stuff as my old character, Skogul the Ironclad. Except that really just isn't possible. All the anniversary content has been designed for high-level players. I don't think you can even attempt to do that before you're level 150. If you want to be safe, probably around 300. In any case, it's just not a good idea for us to go there. If you're interested, there's probably a ton of other players recording or streaming all that. You can see it yourself, because I have no doubt that you also play the game yourself. So yeah, if you're interested in anniversary, then I'm afraid I'm not the right guy. I tried it and it seriously was just so dull. I don't want to speak too much about it, but I am highly disappointed in what Tibia is slowly turning into. The winter update wasn't really anything. They said that there wouldn't be a big winter update because there would be a larger anniversary update, except the anniversary update is seriously just a sloppily put together little bit of dungeoneering and some other low quality stuff. Seriously. Very sad. Alright, now let's get back to the business. In our last episode we were able to do some considerable progress. We bought some spells, though we probably regret all that. I have also realized that summoning creatures is not the perfect way to go, since we are able to safe spot a fawn. And so we are no longer going to be stuck just camping a single puka spawn. Today we are going to try to go for a puka and then for a fawn and so on. Hopefully we don't get rushed. Now let's see. How many health potions can I get? Quite a bunch, as it turns out. I don't want to spend too much, but 30 should be okay for now. Alright. Yeah, there's quite a lot of talking going on in the chat right now about the anniversary as well. So, one thing that I haven't mentioned yet, the big new thing that they have announced for the 25th anniversary to celebrate all these years, etc. In this year's update, at some point, they are going to implement sound. That's right, there is sound coming to Tibia. Amazing, don't you think? Actually, I don't think there's anyone on yet. Yeah, I have to make sure that the microphone isn't acting up again. Hopefully it isn't, because if that is the case, then I will have to do this entire introduction over again. Let's step outside for a while, regenerate some of our HP. I mean MP, of course. We still have 10 more minutes before the night ends, so let's just go full mana and then I can pull up the Space Cadet. Play some pinball again, I think that's a good idea. So just to summarize this entire anniversary thing, since there's no better topics to talk about right now, Here's what I think. They put together a dungeon that uses sprites that have already been in the game. They didn't really add much of anything. I don't think it took so much work for them just to add a couple enemies in a new area. The dungeon itself is quite mysterious because they did mention in their announcement that the dungeon was there to stay for the entire year, and yet, when asked, one of the community managers said that there would be no more bosses after the celebrations. In other words, I think the dungeon is going to remain there, but either closed or maybe modified in some way, but no matter what, it's going to be bad, let's be honest. Really weird. So during this anniversary, you are supposed to collect those points called fians, and if you have the most fians in your region, then you are going to have a chance to meet one of the makers of the game. They call themselves gods, which is just ridiculous. If I ever wanted to meet any of them, then I would definitely not, after I have heard that they call themselves gods. Not to mention, it's only going to be like 45 minutes, along with 50 other people at the same time, so you won't even get a minute to ask them a question, and they have something planned to do during that time, so yes, it's just absolutely pointless. Oh well. There isn't much we can do about it though, is there? Frankly, I'm just so glad that I do not play mainstream Tibia. Being busy with those challenges is way more fun than hoping to get a sliver of more content every single update, which they have been quite reliably failing to deliver. Like, there are some things that I like. You have to commend Cipsoft for adding new mechanics if they add some. At least they don't try to pull off some cheap stuff like adding another tier of imbuements or something like that. Exaltation is a new system, it's independent from any other system, that's pretty nice to see. But you can't exactly commend them for that, since all those new systems aren't too good. Like, who, a single person, enjoyed the idea of having to farm the highest tier weapons for thousands of years? Sorry about the silence, guys. Someone just suddenly entered my room. Tell you what. Enough of being so sour. Better let's focus on what we have always been doing. Let's play some Space Cadet until it is daytime again. Let's see, I pulled up the Space Cadet window, but obviously I forgot to launch the game itself, so give me a moment. 5 more minutes, that should be one more game, seeing how we're not exactly experts at this. Alright, let's see. Pulling up. This should be the correct spot. Right, these are the controls, and let's deploy the ball. Alright. Last time we were trying to get the feel for the ball, trying to hit that purple area every single time. Oh, okay, I messed this one up, but it works itself out eventually. Alright, let's see where we can get that ball. Okay, we get the black hole area. That's very nice, and like this, almost. And that was just perfectly in the middle. Alright, one more ball. That only took us like a minute, so I guess we still have time. Let's see. Yeah, it gets launched. Then we go through here. And almost there again. And I think it's, yes, it's going to be perfect middle again. Alright, one more ball and then we're gonna wait for the day. Near the bushes, just so that we don't snooze. We want to be able to start killing them as soon as possible. Okay, that was very bad. And just like that we lost the ball. Alright, so there goes Space Cadet. At least for now. Let me sip a drink. I didn't see it in the shop, but the can in which my drink came is just absolutely ravaged for some reason. Right, there's a swan maiden, she's lured towards us. I definitely don't want to deal with that. I saw some other player just hunting around there, so it's probably his fault. Though I can never tell for sure. In any case, a swan maiden is still way too much of a challenge for us, even if we can defeat her. Her mana drain attacks, they will be way too devastating for us to take. We cannot afford to fight a swan maiden is what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's just quickly refresh our memory. This is the combat zone already. Alright, there's a boogie right there, so you want to be careful. Combat zone again. Right, so I think combat zone begins around the same area, but in here. Okay, so we just need those two boogies to vanish, and then we are good to go. Let's see. There's an owl right there. I wonder if it disappears during the night. What I have noticed so far is the stones, they definitely turn their eyes off when it is daylight. They only shine in the night, and I believe they only turn their bright eyes on only once it is like halfway through the night. I'm honestly not sure about the owl though. I haven't really noticed it before, but it might be also a thing that changes every day. Alright, it's one more minute, so we are going to see in just a moment. What I think I want to do is kill the puka first, if I can. Though I am pretty sure that the fawn spawns before the puka does, so maybe going for the fawn is the way instead. Alright, so it is daytime. Okay, this time around I think they are going to spawn at the same time, so let me just hop in here and start getting rid of this puka already. Yeah, the phone is nearby, but I think we should be okay. After all, we will be fighting it using the same means as with the puka. Okay, we already got hit. Thankfully just once, but this phone is way too close to us. Alright, that was a nice lure, but we should have lured that pawn over there away before we did anything about the puka. Thankfully it decided to roam quite far away. This is going to be quite beneficial to our cause. Alright, it healed a little bit and it just stole our mana, but with this, I think, yeah, we are able to get the Puka like over here and then use the good old tested tactic of luring it over here, though the Swan Maiden can definitely see us and it's going to run away. But let's just take a small risk and there we go. We are actually drunk, so let's wait it out. There we go. And now we can try to very carefully tackle the fawn. But there's another Puka in here. I am not quite sure where it came from. I feel like every single day when you go to feyrist, it's a little bit different than usual. Alright. We are going to need to make some cleanup first. We do not want this fawn anywhere near us, so let us lure it away, like so. Yeah, this is the fight zone. This is the fight zone as well. Yep. And you, Mr. Fawn, should definitely just stay there. Where did that Puka come from? I have no idea. I haven't seen this Puka even a single time before. It's not this Puka for sure. I can tell you that much. Okay, and now it's just so far away. How do we even battle them? There's some other player to the right, but we can't rely on him luring anything, I don't think. But this fawn, I think it's... Yep, it's far enough away so that we should be able to try and kill it. So let's try it. Alright, that player was able to get us away from the Swan Maiden, which means we are in a good position to take this fawn out. At least I hope we are. Yeah, he's way too close right now, so that is not going to work. Let me instead go ahead and clear this Puka away. Can we even clear it away? I don't think it is around anymore, so let's take care of the fawn. And there's two more Pukas. I have no idea what's happening today. I think it's just some other player messing with the spawns. I honestly cannot explain it any other way. Alright, tell you what, let's forget the fawn for now. We are going to be busy enough with these Pukas over here. Let's try to take them. Luckily for us, that fawn is lured away far enough so that we can just do the old reliable. Okay, just barely dodged that beam. And this Puka just completely cut in. But this is going to be okay. Now let's go a little bit further to the right. That's a bit closer to the fawn than I would like to, but we do not have much of a choice, and let's tank this one hit, but it was worth it in the end. We are back to one Puka roaming around here. Now whether we kill the Pukas or the fawns doesn't really matter too much. We just want to be getting consistent kills. That's what I wanted when I decided to start killing the fawn. Obviously, having some of the items ready beforehand is going to be very beneficial, but right now all we want is just some better money and better EXP. Now here's the fawn. As you can see, it's still trying to heal its damage that it took beforehand, and we are just about to die. There we go. That was way too close. Thankfully, we did survive. Alright, let's get this fawn over here. I cannot remember how we tackled the fawn before. I think we duked it like we usually do with Pukas. But with all these Pukas suddenly spawning around this place, just like this one right here, I don't think it's going to be safe enough. The phones have quite a decent amount of healing, which is why I didn't want to fight them with any of those slow tactics. But this time I don't think we have a choice. Now then, we definitely cannot afford to go on a diagonal against him, but if he is adamant about hugging the wall like this, then we aren't left with a choice exactly. Alright, it's quite low on HP right now. That was risky, but it turned out quite well. And it's just one more shot. There we go, some dandelion fruit, grapes, quite a lot of good stuff. There goes our second fawn kill. Now, there must have been a player around here, because the puka has left its usual roam, but thankfully it's still there. Now the analyzer tells us we are still 1k gold ahead, but remember we started with full mana and right now our mana is looking pretty bad. We did drink some potions, but not enough to make up for the mana loss. Okay, double puka handling again. Not a huge fan of that, just walk away, there you go. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it just takes so long for the pukas to realize they're supposed to just die easily. Okay, it healed itself, but we should be good if we tank one more hit. Yep. Risky, I know, but we just want to continue killing them. The truth is, even if we spend 2 potions fighting them, we are going to be fine. Average kill is worth about 150 gold. We just want to get as many of those kills as possible. Now this puka is set on moving us wrong, but just like that. Let's search the other puka as well. Get rid of those small stones because they have no value to us. Let's remove one of the comments by a bot. And we're looking pretty good. Now, the phone should start respawning soon, I hope. Let me just stand in this spot and regenerate some magicka while we can. And there he goes. Now hopefully we get lucky again and don't get the drunken beam too often. There's not much we can do to avoid it, to be honest, which is why I'm kind of worried, but yeah, this is quite safe, I think. He has a strong healing, but we shouldn't be too worried about it. He doesn't use it very often, and we are able to easily deal about 100 damage per turn. Not to mention, he often has to go through those diagonal passes, which slows down his attack cycle, which means we won't be seeing as many drunkenness beams as we would. Okay, and let's try to finish him. No, we won't be able to, because he just healed himself, but we are on the right track. Let's just throw our faces outside over here. And there goes the phone. 79 GP. We will have to go pick it up, but in just a moment. We have a puka to deal with first. Okay, that was very nice. And again. And it's going to try to run away, but we are not having that. And let's go ahead, search our phone. Yeah, we are getting more and more brazen outside. We are actually going 62k EXP per hour, which is quite great. A very decent ratio. Alright, let's have an egg, some grapes, some strange fruit. Right, it's called a strange fruit? No, it's fresh fruit actually, okay. Let's try to regen as much mana as we can, yes, before this puka starts to spawn again. And we just barely made it out alive. It was this close to hitting us. Now I'm wondering, does this hunt analyzer count all the sellables that we are getting, or is it just trolling us? Like, we already have, what, 500, 600 GP on us? These are worth another bit? Well, not sure to be honest. 18 more potions, let's drink one more and be ready for another spawn. Now, all those bonus pukas that we had around, they are no longer here, so I guess it was only due to that player passing that he stared their eye. But here comes the fawn. So we are right where we wanted to be. He got us drunk first thing in the morning, so let's wait that out, and now we can attempt to kill it again. Okay, so it went through the narrow crossing over here, which is not detrimental to us in any way. As you can see, they have to squeeze through this little hole right here, which means we will be able to get reliable kills on them. Okay, and this puka is proving us wrong, but we have an alternate way of doing things. We can just show our face a little bit further to the north. And again. And this fawn is not going to be able to do much about it. Now, it's far enough away. Nah, it's not. Let's be safe. Rather than sorry, I'd say. Now move away, move away. You are way too close. There we go. Getting it very close, but let's just drink another potion. Now what I realized is there is a good moment to show yourself when you are trying to kite an enemy like this. When they are doing one of those idle AI walks one step in a random direction path, they often tend to actually walk a little bit slower than their real movement speed is. If you step outside while they are doing this awkward sidestep, more often than not, they are going to get stuck. As in, they won't... Let me just finish this puka. They won't target you immediately, they won't be headed your way. Instead, they'll be just finishing that slow roam animation, if you know what I am saying. So if you just time it right, you are able to get another couple seconds of safety when you are leaving the protection zone in order to land a hit or two. Okay, well, let's step outside over here. I think this is literally the best place to do this. Some shimmering bills. We are looking quite fine, money-wise. And again, one of those bots. You guys are not welcome here, and I am removing your comments instantly, so please stop coming. To be honest, I am considering setting my channel to subscriber mode only. But then again, those bots probably can just subscribe, right? So our boy Vance is currently doing a new challenge that involves playing a paladin, but only in the Edron area. That's why he's called the Edron Lorian. Though I guess you could have guessed. It's not exactly a secret. Okay, now the Fawn and Puka have some bad timing for us. But we have to manage somehow, don't we? Now, I shouldn't be walking outside as aggressively as I have been, for the simple reason that should they get us drunk, there's all the more chance that we won't be able to get away in time. Every single step while drunk is potential death for us. And that was close, but not close enough. And as you can see, he just took that idle walking around step and wasn't able to target us straight away. And again, as you can see, first he just turns around because his AI tells him to attack us. That was close. And again it was close. Why can't we finish him off? And he almost finished us off with a single hit. That's how powerful of a creature he really is. Now this Puka, we have already seen this before, right? Very easy to exploit AI in this particular position. And there we go, perfect loot. Thanks, Elever. Yeah, everybody I think missed the small TED talk at the beginning when I commented on why I'm not going to cover anything anniversary-wise. But basically, it's just not fun, let's be honest. It's 1 hour of looking around and then you're tired. Oh, by the way, what I said before, this owl on the branch, it is gone indeed. And as you can see, the stones, they are also no longer shining their eyes at us. So it does change in this way. Okay, here comes a Puka. Let's try to not die instantly to it. Yeah, that was cutting it close, but I think my reflexes are getting better and better at this. Before I was taking every single hit from those Pukas in such situations, and right now we are doing really nice. Okay, one hit in here, move away. There we go. Okay, since we only have 6 potions left, actually, yeah, there comes a Fawn, and there's no Pukas around, so I think I want to use this rare moment and kill the Fawn while it is in the perfect position. So, like I mentioned before, I was going to cover the anniversary, and I was going to go through it with my free account Iron Man character. However, it's just not possible. That's the problem. So I had to change my plans, and I seriously don't mind, because I was looking around there with my main character, and it's just not interesting, not in any way. I think the only people who are going to be doing those for the entire month are people who for some reason want their fians to meet the Zipsoft gods or whatever they decided to call themselves. Cringe. Okay, this Puka is now ready to run away. It is now ready to run away. Why isn't it running away? I think we hit just the perfect HP threshold on it. And just like that, it's drained enough of our magicka so that it no longer wants to run away. But we can remedy that. Yeah, it's quite fast still. Alright. Actually, the balance isn't looking as good. I wonder why. a fern. Let's try and sell all of our stuff to the shop and see how we are looking money-wise. I mean, even if we don't get a huge profit from this hunt, as long as we can buy our potions back while maintaining this EXP per hour, which is 70k, it's really nothing to laugh at. We should be fine. So let's try to get to 30 potions if we can, because this is what we started with. Okay, 30, there we go. And we still have like, yeah, pretty much what the balance told us. Let's put it back in our bank, just to make sure it's safe, and hopefully we didn't get too much backspawn, because having to tidy it all up is going to be a pain. So far I think I only see the phone. Let's go ahead and get rid of it while we can, before the pukas appear. Yep, I don't think the pukas have been able to respawn yet. Oh no, there is one. Well, maybe we can cheese it. Okay, way too close. No more steps, there we go. Oh wait, and we are suddenly targeting the puka instead of the phone first, which is basically a wasted shot. And wow, yeah, he engaged us way faster than I thought possible. That is already 3 potions gone, not even spent dealing damage, which is far from ideal. Okay, there we go. We are taking huge risks right now, as you can see. But if we just instantly disengage, we should be alright. Tell you what, I have a bad feeling about this, but let's go. Yeah, he instantly heals. There you go. I knew he was going to plan something cheeky like that, but we are far enough away, and we didn't get hit by that drunkenness beam. I didn't get hit, but I sound like I am drunk. We get some pan pipes, and now we can bully the puka like we always have. If we can maintain this sort of AI pattern, along with the respawns, I think we are going to be fine. Now, I wonder if we can sell those pan pipes in the shop. I surely hope we can. Yeah, it does count pan pipes in here, but can we sell them in the shop, or is it sellable somewhere else where we do not have access to? That is the question. Actually, I should be just taking this between the trees shortcut instead, because it's like one step, yeah, and I can hide away instantly. In any case, let's regenerate some mana while we have the opportunity. Every single mana point restored without the potions is a huge profit for us. Alright. To be honest, right now we are so comfortable with our only spell, to be honest. We do have the magic shield, as well as all those summons, but we aren't going to be using them much. Oh, would you look at that? Some people. Hopefully they don't bother us. Okay, this is bad. This is taking way too long. It's better to take a couple steps around, but not risk the weird lag that sometimes happens that doesn't allow you to shoot your attacks. Somehow it's just weirdly balanced, I think. Okay, the puka is going to make its big appearance soon, so let's kill the fawn while we can. As undisturbed as possible. And there we go, 2 small enchanted sapphires. This is a nice haul. We are already at 1600 gold made. And somehow it knew exactly where we are going to be. In other words, we just timed this badly. And wow, that was a solid hit. I was sure we were going to have to go for another cycle. We are slowly running out of food. This is something that I forgot to do the last time we were in the city. We don't have many eggs left, I'm afraid. I was hoping once we start killing the pukas a little bit more often, we would be fine eating the carrots all the time. But while it was sustainable while we were killing the 2 pukas during the boosted EXP, I mean the boosted respawn, it no longer is feasible. And it's 3 more minutes before the night time. We need to be very careful about killing enemies before night time. We cannot afford to lose too much money. And not being able to finish off an enemy like this is pretty much the definition of wasting money in feyrist. So I'd say we are going to kill this fawn, and then we can get to regenerating magicka. We have tested a new strategy of doing it safely, which we are going to make full use of. Okay, now you are full of it, puka. Let me tell you this. Blocking our phone like this, it knows what it's doing. Let me tell you. 2 more minutes, the phone is so far away I cannot even imagine how we are going to kill it. Not looking very hot for us. Let's tank a puka hit, but kill the guy and retreat back into the city. Alright, did we get the stuff? I think we did. Let's see. Dandelion seeds. 2 of those. Shimmering beetles. Where are the shimmering beetles? Okay, there they are. So we definitely did search the guy. Let's sell all of our spoils. We made it to a nice amount of almost 2k. So let's sell everything we have. I'm not going to be buying any more potions for now. Okay, the pan pipes, they are sellable for 150, which is very, very good. Definitely not going to argue about more sellables. And we are able to put away a tidy amount back into the bank. Let's see how much it actually amounts to. So, in the platinum we have 2300. And when it comes to gold, it's going to be only 846 for a total of 3146. Now then, we do have our file field runes right here. We still have quite a lot of eggs. Let's hope our food situation improves soon. Let's just secure our safe spot. Like so. Secure it even more. And put on the timer. Around the 5-minute mark, once the timer is like 5-6 minutes in, the flame is going to turn into the no longer blocking the enemy's path form. So before that we want to recast the fire field just in case. Now it's 46 already, so there's got to be nighttime enemies around. So first of all we are going to heal ourselves to full health, just in case some sort of boogie decides to appear around here again, like the last time we streamed and hit us with all those earth strikes. Now this guy is definitely trying to kill us. I was onto him from the very beginning, so we aren't going to start playing the Space Impact, no, the Space Cadet yet. Just a little while longer. Let's see what else is going in the guild chat in the meantime. Eat some more eggs. Alright. That guy seems to be gone. Hopefully he doesn't come back with a huge horde of enemies. Let's make use of our short downtime and pull up that Space Cadet for now. Yeah, there's something going on in the south. And there we go, the trees are now shiny again. If I recall correctly, yeah, we just lost the game, so let's start a new one. Now we constantly have this fight indicator on, but I think that's because of the creature that is to the south from here. So we cannot afford to relax just yet. But I'm going to be playing very carefully. Just mostly watching the game screen rather than anything else. Also going to keep my mouse right over the save zone. Just like that we instantly fail, of course. So it's not going to be the highest level of plays. Forgive me for that, guys. Okay, this guy that we can see walking in the upper left corner of the screen is definitely trying to do something fishy. Let's keep a closer eye on them. First he tested whether I can be killed or not. Maybe he just wanted to see whether we are actually safe like this. But whatever his intentions were, you can never trust anyone in Tibia, as we have already learned many times before. They are all out to get you. Okay, we got some nice consecutive wormholes, and again an unavoidable crash. I have no idea how other players can keep their balls for so long in the game, since those little handles, they have a reach and a limit that you can never beat. Okay, that's a nice wormhole, except it's going to, yeah, send us outside straight away. Okay, that was way too close. But we were able to make it. Now, I just hope that someday we get strong enough so that we can actually hunt in feyrist during the night as well. Because let's be honest, the boogies, they are way too strong. I have no idea who decided, alright. Let's add this impossibly strong creature that can just... What? That was unavoidable. Alright, we are still yet to beat our best score. Let's start a new game. Now seriously, this creature to the south, because of it our battle marker is never going to vanish. Actually, it just vanished, okay. We are kind of safe. Once the marker appears again, then we have to just retreat straight away. And actually, like I said before, we are already way past the 5-minute mark of the fire, so let me reset the timer again. I think originally it is like 6 minutes something of fire safety, but just to be on the safer side, I'm going to stay with the 5 minutes timer. Alright. That was weak. And that was impossible. Okay. Is it what, like 20 more minutes of night time? I think the time is passing by quite fast. Okay, we got the flags upgrade. It's always some points. Nice, we got through the refueling station as well. Let's see if I can finally get the feel for the purple area. There we go, we finally got into it, but it was nowhere near what I usually try to do. Okay, we got the battle marker again, but I think it is due to those particles that you guys cannot see on your screen. Somewhere to the south. Maybe I should move the Space Cadet window a little bit further south, but that wouldn't help in any case. Okay, nice, we got the hyperspace. I really hate those ones that just send the ball straight back at you. Right, so if we are doing it with the right one, we have to hit it with the very bottom edge of the... whatever they are called. And that was, well, probably salvageable, but we weren't able to do that. Let's try again. Okay. Just don't fall through the hole. Okay, thank you. 2 more minutes of fire safety. There we go, we got all the 3 dots. There we go. So when it comes to the left one, you have to hit it with the very edge. And as for the right one, I cannot say for sure. Almost. Alright, that was also close. Our battle marker is gone again, so we should be safe for another while or so. And I just gave this one up. Just going to make sure we regenerate HP by eating those eggs. And by HP I obviously mean MP. Alright. Let's call it the final game for now. Somehow I cannot focus on the game. Let's pull the Space Cadet away for now and try to focus on the game itself. We only have 4 fire fields left, but it should be fine. Now that we are watching the screen more closely, let's just refire it once it's actually out. Thankfully, I think there's quite a lot of players hunting here today, which I find quite weird because feyrist usually isn't that very popular. Like, of course, there's players hunting here for a long time as well, because this is pretty much the Tibia's OTS. So much money to be made, etc. But nonetheless, there's just not a lot of players, I find. Okay, the fire has to go again. We instantly got the battle marker, so there might be some enemy just on the very edge of the map trying to make their way towards us. Still, I think it's 15 more minutes, so we really need to get that promotion sometime soon. It costs 20k, right? So we are slowly getting there. Just during a single day cycle, we were able to make 1/10 of that. Well, almost. So we should be fine. And to be honest, our loot was rather bad, I think. We weren't getting as much cash as we should. Let's see, our loot was worth 4,200. We killed 15 pukas, each of them is worth about 150. So let's pull up the calculator. I'm not going to make any mistakes that way. 150 times 15 pukas, that's 2k250. And fawns, I can't remember how much money was a fawn supposed to be worth. Let's just assume it's 400. Yep, in which case we are really low for now. Maybe I can get one of the boys in the chat for us, so that there's more of a conversation going. I just can't type while streaming, and I'd like to... There we go. That is definitely going to get us here. Alright, I forgot to reset the timer, so let's just remove it whatsoever for now. We're going to be watching the fire. Okay, he cannot, which is a shame. Still, it's not so much longer in the night. Before we were having a conversation about how Tibia's economy has become bad after they introduced Ankra Moon, at least according to Pop. Well, I can say I completely agree. Adding Jeans and Rashid was an obvious move. Tibia definitely needed some sort of a money sink, otherwise all the rare items would just get less and less valuable until nobody ever picked up any items, right? At least that's how I see it. If a certain item is a common drop from a higher level enemy, or even if it's just a matter of some enemy dropping those items very rarely, but many people farming that certain monster, in that case, the item's value is just going to drop, since everybody is going to have a ton of those items, right? Okay, there's a boogie to the north. What I mean is, if a lot of players... Yeah, let's just retreat, not worth taking the damage. Hate it when people just walk by and lure everything on us. Let's try to get some regen to the south, maybe. Nope, there's a boogie as well. Not gonna make it. We might want to lure that boogie further north, but... can we do that? That's the question. No, we cannot, because there is a dark fawn as well. Right, so we are seriously flopping when it comes to the viewership today. I guess it is because I decided to test how well it would do if I were to start the stream like way earlier. I kept the stream on, as in scheduled it almost a whole day ahead. However, it didn't really do much for my viewers. In fact, it only harmed them in a way. Anything's more interesting than the anniversary. Alright, the boogie is somehow gone, so let's hope he leaves for good for now. So what I was saying about item sinks before, it's a simple matter of the more of a certain item there is, the less people are going to need it, so the more are people going to get desperate to sell it, and hence the price is going to be lower and lower. Which is why there was a need for an item sink. However, you could argue that the way Tibia implemented it isn't perfect, and I could almost agree. They could have easily kept the game a little bit more old school. We do not need to be able to buy potions and runes from the NPCs. I think the idea of players having to make those runes was a good one. It was very flawed, mainly because of the bots. In the end, I don't think there was a single regular player making those runes. Unless they were like total beginners. Otherwise, everybody just bought theirs from bots. But still, it had this certain charm of, if you're a beginner druid, then you just go trolls, kill them for a while, try to get a higher magic level. Once you're able to make HMMs or ultimate healings, you just make backpacks of them and sell them for cash, right? That was a pretty nice income method. But once they moved to this sell loot to NPCs, buy supplies from NPCs economy, everything shifted. Obviously, you needed players to participate in the economy to keep it going, so I guess this is why they decided to make it NPC based rather than player based, and it's quite understandable. Especially since there wasn't any market at that point, was there? The market could have probably saved quite a lot of it. I mean, there would still be a need for a money sink, but when it comes to the making runes and buying supplies part of things, I really think it should have remained in the hands of the players. That was just plain fun. In any case, there isn't much we can do about this now, so we shouldn't probably worry about it. Besides, if you were really determined and had enough people, you could easily just play your own game in the game. As in, nobody is telling you to go and buy items from NPCs, right? You don't have to buy the potions, you can still use the ultimate healings. Obviously, the amount of healing has changed over time. A knight is no longer able to heal himself with the runes as efficiently as they were able to, but it is still an option. If you get enough players on your side, you can just ignore everything, play Ironman, play your own way. That's probably the only good thing that has stayed in Tibia, that is left over in the game. I do not believe there is anything like this in any other kind of MMO. If you were, for example, going to stay in Terra, like only hunt in a certain spot, in a certain area, you just would max your items very, very soon and never be able to go beyond that. It's a game that's dedicated to reaching the end game very soon, never going back, never exploring anything else. I can see Pop coughing in there in the chat asking about Far Grounded 3. It is well on its way. I have had the footage for that episode for a long time now. Like, when Far Grounded 2 was out, I was already prepared to make the third part, but I simply could not find the motivation or anything like that. To be honest, I was kind of bored of Tibia whatsoever. There we go, we have maximum mana, so let's retreat for now. So that is why I was only doing some streams and didn't play at all. But now I believe I can confidently say that I am back. I have already done some more progress on Skogul the Barbarian. I think the last time I played him, I simply hit a wall. I wasn't sure what to do. I didn't have a plan ahead of me, like I had when I was playing Luther or Ironclad. Also, a fun fact that you guys might not be aware of. I have finished Skogul the Looter, you see. I have obtained all the items. However, this obtained part is the problem, because not only did I instantly die after having obtained all the items, and sadly I lost the item that I had obtained on the way there. In other words, yeah, I just do not have the maximum set anymore on myself. The other part of the problem is I wasn't recording. As in, I did start the recording software, however, it was for some reason recording the wrong spot. Like, OBS has been recording itself for whatever reason. I had no idea it could do that, but yeah, it just gave me 2 hours of constant camera fixed on itself. So yeah, Skogul the Looter is now back 2 levels again. So I am waiting for like a double exp or something like that before I retry. Good news is I didn't lose too much. Like, I lost some stuff, but I should be fine when it comes to cash. I have most of the equipment. I only lost a single item that I was trying to get So yeah, it's not much of a setback, so... I mean, if not for that, I would have probably released the looter video last week, but I wasn't able to. Yeah, I always find it kind of hard to talk about stuff like that. Okay, 4 more minutes. Right, so what I was trying to say is... Looter will have to wait, Barbarian might soon be ready. That's all. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Now, can we kill that twisted puka? Nope, because there's... so many boogies. Look at them. They were ready. It was an ambush all along. Alright. Let me just regenerate these 2 mana points. Obviously we should have as many mana points as we can. It's not going to take us a very long time to regain the level. I mean, it's 4k, right? Level. I mean, regain the Magicka. But spell-wise... we might be able to buy the Fire Strike. There's the stronger version of the Fire Strike and the Energy Strike, but those you cannot cast every single turn, so they aren't even that great. To be honest, as we are right now, we won't be getting much stronger. We can get some equipment, obviously, like this one feathered cloak, the wooden spellbook, etc, etc. The biggest upgrade by far is going to be the Dream Blossom stuff, right? Because it has a higher range. It deals actual damage. It gives us some magic levels as well. But the problem is, we cannot wear that until level 80. So as simple as that. No upgrades for now. I am constantly thinking of different ways that we can use to increase our EXP per hour. I mean, we haven't really gotten any stronger compared to when we only just started and we were killing the single puka using summons. The only thing that we did was change our approach to how we hunt things. And obviously we are much more efficient, maybe a little bit more risky, but so far we haven't failed yet. But I think ultimately, it's always going to come down to us changing the approach. Obviously getting higher level, getting higher magic level, which we are still training in the offline trainers. It's going to help, but it is not going to be a game changer at any point. We are getting less and less magic EXP, we are getting less and less magic XP. I mean, regular XP. In other words, our strength is not going to improve by a huge margin anytime soon. The promotion will be nice, but it will only increase our Magicka regeneration. We simply have no perspectives when it comes to quickly gaining power, just like we did with the Exorivis spell. Okay, the puka is already respawning. Maybe we can attempt to just quickly snatch it away before the fawn appears. Now that I know the terrain a little bit better, we are able to play a little bit more cheekily, just as we have before. Okay, the fawn is ready to appear. Oh, hey David. Well, we are at 3k GP right now. So we are indeed closer, and we are slowly picking up the pace. As you can see, I am now fighting the fawns as well. not just the pukas like we did before, so we are gaining EXP at a way higher rate. The phones are also worth more money, and oddly enough, their healing isn't as painful as I expected it to be. Like, surely we cannot afford to be very slow about killing them, but we also don't have to be very stressed about all those heals either. So yeah, we are 3k out of 20k there. And since our last hunt was rather unlucky, during one daylight cycle we were able to make about 1700. It's going to be a short while until we get the promotion after all. Pop asking in the Tibia chat about stream highlights. Yeah, so last stream we were able to kill the fawn, and from now on we are going to make the fawn a staple of our hands. It's just way too good to pass up. Okay, I'm not going to risk it. We have tried this puka many times before, and we know for a fact it's just not worth getting hit by it if we can avoid it. So the way we hunt right now, as you can see, is we use this weird geometry of those trees. If you kite them properly, there we go, they will always have to go through this little squeeze right here, and it makes the entire hunt that much safer. No matter how fast they are, this little diagonal movement is going to always set the enemy back so hard. Okay, let's stay here as long as we can, because we were drunk, just like that. Absolute safety. We were able to go for 2 turns over there. Yeah, I'm getting maybe a little bit too confident with them, but I've come to know their AI much better over the weeks. It was a little bit slow on the trigger right there, but we were able to land the hit. This phone is weirdly resistant to our hits as well. Okay. Let me take a look in the comments in a moment. I'm just going to avoid this puka. Hey, thanks Pixel. Using AoEs, to be frank, I don't think that time is going to come too soon. Like, using AoEs requires you to be able to tank at least a little bit of your enemies. And as I am right now, I am not confident in my tanking ability at all. You saw how hard a fawn can hit us. If it rolls well, it can combo us in a single turn. Well, as these might be good damage, but will they be good enough money? That is the question. Obviously, increasing our damage output is the goal, but I cannot tell for sure if SDs are the way, at least not right now. Maybe if we get some better equipment on a higher level, and the SD actually nukes the enemy rather than just act as 2 casts of Exorivis, then obviously we are going to go for it. But like I said, even if it is like 200-300 damage right now, it's not going to be worth it. How much is an SD anyway? Way more than whatever we can get if we just play it safe. Rely on our good old energy strike. There we go. Right, so we are again very dry when it comes to loot from these guys. 36 GP is nothing, we aren't getting any sellables as well. We got instantly drunk again, but just like that we just waited out. Now we got a couple of shots from this phone over here, but nothing too serious. Nothing we can just shrug away with a single extra. There we go, 133. That is something. Yep, exactly. We are going to probably struggle with money for a while. Maybe if I am able to drop a couple of Dream Blossom stuffs, or maybe... Well, to be honest, if I get Boots of Haste, I am going to wear those. For sure. But the Boots of Haste do not drop from either phones or the Pukas, so I am not too worried about getting them. Let's reroll this guy actually, but maybe not in the combat zone. Right, we have the Nymph, which I have secured. We have 2 more Prey wildcards that we got while hitting a temple, while we were still trying to get inside. I probably shouldn't be using the temple items, but it's just a one-time boost that isn't going to do much for us in any case. Okay, that pawn is about to respawn again, so let me lure the Puka away. It might hit us, and we weren't able to even finish it off. Big shame, but not a huge deal. That's only going to cost us like... Okay, I thought the moment we did not hit back then that we were in the safe zone. Have to be way more focused as I play. Which is going to hurt the conversation, I'm afraid, but I'd much rather not die than continue talking to you guys. I need to be a little bit faster on my trigger finger, like this. Just step outside, double hit instantly. Otherwise I am often missing a turn of damage. Okay, don't go too far away, phone. It's going to take you time, which you can spend healing while you should be taking damage. Well, I did check the shell before, but last time we barely made it, and that was with the defense bonus over nymphs, as well as the haste spell. Like, the risk does not excuse the income. Obviously it's like, what, 2k if we get the pearl, but it's only 2k once per day. And I'd rather not do anything off stream. So I am going to stick to what we are doing right now, right? I do not think there's a point in hitting those shells. It was a nice thing to use to make that first step in the land of feyrist. Obviously we weren't able to do much without it. But now that we are mostly at home, I don't think we should abuse the shimmering pearls. Obviously we are going to try to go for that nice little cash boost. Should we find ourselves on the way to the city, since the only safe path actually is right next to the shell. But other than that, I am not going to go out of my way to secure any of those, and that was close. They can still hit like a truck, okay, but we are looking really nice. 3k bans so far, we have cleared the enemy pretty quickly, we still have some eggs. Right now I am literally only worried about the money. I mean, the food, of course. I misspoke again. Yeah, we are shredding those pukas so fast right now. A strong health potion. I wish there was a way for us to dump those strong healths. But I'm afraid there's no way. Hey, Principal Master. I am sorry, but I cannot speak your language. And I'm not in a position where I could stop to translate it, so I hope you don't mind, but welcome to the stream. If you are interested in watching, even though it is in English, then I'm very happy to have you. So anyway, I already talked about it before, but there's a lot of new people in the chat. What are your thoughts about this anniversary update? Are you as disappointed as I am? Because this is seriously dire. Our winter update was seriously diminished because they were supposed to be preparing something great for our anniversary, but something great, in this case, was just a dungeon made from reused assets and a bunch of daily minigames. Really, really disappointing. Oh, thanks Pixel, thank you for translating. To be honest, I'm really proud that we have come as far in this challenge. At first, I thought it was going to be very easy. I completely underestimated how difficult Feyrist is as a place. Thankfully, we were able to come out on top after all. It did take a couple of events of almost giving up, but in the end, we persevered and we made it. Though, quite honestly, I do not think it would be possible on any other character. Maybe as a paladin, if we were to keep the starter equipment just like we did with this character. What would we have? We would have the tunic, the ranger cloak or whatever it is called. We would have the legs, which is a huge bonus over damage. A couple of armor points is always something. And I think we would have the bow, right? There is an arrow merchant in the city, so arrows wouldn't be that much of a problem. The problem would be actually hitting the enemies. And obviously, we would be taking way more damage as a paladin because we wouldn't have the spellbook. So even though we would have some more armor points, I think in the end the defense, the 14 points of defense that we have over a paladin is making a lot of work. But definitely as a paladin, if it would be possible at all, as in the DPS would be good enough, then there would be no problem with us being stuck with too low damage, just like we were on this character. Paladin's damage is pretty high and reliable from the get-go. Okay, now this is getting dangerous, so let's move away from that area. We do not want the fawn to bug spawn on us. Let's lure the puka even further away. And just like that. Loot it, but we are going to go back. We definitely do not want to engage the fawn from the outside, because if it hits us with its drunkenness beam, and we aren't very close to a safe zone, like one step away, very close, then we are never going to get away. Is that a butterfly? Oh, that's interesting. And of course, just some guys interfering as always. At least they didn't lure anything over here, but cannot say I appreciate them killing my fawn. But here comes a puka again. We didn't lose too much time because of them. I just hope it wasn't the fawn that was supposed to drop our stuff. And the guy is going to take away our puka, isn't he? Now I do not want to go too far outside, but we definitely need that puka to die. If it doesn't and it stops spawning for us, then we are going to be in quite a lot of trouble. Let's see, is this fawn? Okay, we might be able to chase this fawn instead. Oh, we got drunk, but we should be okay just like this. I am very reckless doing it like this. But so far it's working out, so let's continue. Like any drunkenness beam right now and we would be done for. And I should have retreated as well, that was me being greedy. But it didn't cost us anything. Okay, another one of those shady comments, let me remove it real quick. And another phone is ready to take our energy load. Yeah, someone telling me to start streaming on Twitch as well. The problem is, I somehow do not like Twitch, just as simple as that. Like, YouTube is not perfect in any way either, don't get me wrong, I'm not some sort of a fanboy. But I am not also inclined in any way to prefer Twitch over it. I guess it would get me a bigger following, but I am not exactly after any following, to be honest. I've already got all the community that I wanted. Gaining subs is a secondary goal right now. I guess I would like to hit like 1k at some point to unlock those YouTube post things. I find them fun and fresh. Being able to post images on YouTube. Is it possible to stream on both at the same time? I don't think it is. Like OBS? Would I have to like run 2 instances or what? Very weird. And I am also definitely not able to watch both the chats at the same time. If you want to pop, you're very welcome to stream my YouTube stream to Twitch. If you get a better revenue than me, then you're welcome to it. I do not mind. Let's see, how are we looking food-wise? 17 more minutes of food, that's perfect. Actually, a little bit too perfect, because we only have 10 more minutes of daytime. Which is why I'm not going to refill just yet. Even though we only have 3 more potions left. Right, so that puka, I don't think it respawned. Which means the guy lured it away. And we are not going to see the puka until the end of the next night cycle. Oh, just as I spoke too soon, the puka is making its epic comeback, which is quite great. I definitely wanted to see that puka again. Don't get me wrong. Okay, let's get this fawn over here. We cannot have it fawning over us. Come on. Just don't cast the drunkenness beam, and we are going to be best of friends. And don't heal too much. You should be in our range. There we go. A little bit of healing, and we get to utilize the perfect spot. Okay, it looks like our Edron only friend just died, and yep, I distracted myself. I have 0 mana, I cannot finish it off. Do I have any potions? I might have, let's see. Nope, I guess I have to go and buy some. I overestimated my ability. Let's make it quick before the Puka heals too much and before the phone respawns as well. I'm just going to sell all the loot real quick while we are here. The opals, great job. Quite a nice amount of loot, and let's get those potions. I think we can safely assume we have enough to buy 30 of those. Let's drink a potion, cast a healing spell, and get to killing that Puka. Okay, there's somehow another Puka in here. New Puka in town. Curious, to be sure. And a phone. Not even funny anymore. Let's fill our Magicka. Use the fact that that phone is a little bit further away. And get this Puka to remove itself. Okay, a little bit further, please. Nah, we got hit, obviously. Shouldn't have taken the chance and just gone to the side, but... Okay, this Puka is done for. We still haven't searched that one, but first we have to deal with the fawn. Which is not going to be an easy task by any means, especially if it gets us so drunk. I took a little bit of a risk there, but... Thankfully, we didn't die. I took a step while we were still drunk, and obviously, since we were in a tight passage, it could only end up in one of two ways, so we take a step forward, or we take a step backwards and die. I should have waited, tanked one hit, just to ensure my survival later, but thankfully it turned out just right for us. There we go. Horribly bad loot for a fawn kill. Let's get this Puka going real quick. And there we go, we can regenerate some more mana. If this continues, I hope at some point we reach a level at which we have enough mana to get us through entire daily cycle of this. Okay, this guy just scared me to death. Thankfully, he wasn't an actual Puka, but just a skunk. Okay. Got a little bit caught up in responding to different chats. But it didn't cost us anything. And it cost this Puka everything. Oh wow, we got one of those great health potions. That is also pretty nice, but we cannot sell those. If they were mana potions, I'd be so happy. But I'm afraid not a chance for now. And I'm not going to include any rules about trading those for mana potions 1-to-1, because there's just no need to. We are going to make that money eventually. Now then, can we get that phone to spawn sometime soon? Okay, it just started spawning. Let me remove one of those bots from the chat again. Not a huge fan of bots. What even are those links? Completely beyond my grasp. Okay, we are drunk again. This time we are going to play it smart, wait it out. Ensure our survival. And again we miss some of those extra revises. If we didn't, the phone would be dead already. Come on, there we go. Actually, you are quite right, I am going to do that. But in a moment, we are making use of our final daylight hours. Or rather, should I say minutes, because it's 4 more. Okay, that is a nice hole. Let's just stop picking up the small stones, to be honest. 0 value. Okay, 3 more minutes. If something spawns soon, we should be able to kill it. So let's hope for that. But if we only have 2 minutes left, then I'm not going to risk it. Once it is night time, I'm going to take a very short break, like 3 minutes. And then we are back to regenerating Magicka and playing Space Cadet, I guess. Okay, there goes the phone. It is still a 42-minute mark, so we should be able to kill this one. First thing he does is get us drunk, but we are in the perfect position for that, so it's not a detriment in any way. And he gets us drunk again. Not too kind of him, but again we were in the right spot to withstand such an attack. And we need 1 more mana potion. The phones are getting quite expensive to kill, but they're also supposed to drop some of the most amazing loot. Yeah, we are definitely doing great progress. We are going 80k EXP per hour, in fact. If not for the daylight pause that we have to take, which I seriously do not mind. Okay, we still have 2 more minutes, we can kill this Puka. But right, if not for the fact that we have to wait out the night still, we would be making amazing progress. We have gotten so good at this, and I shouldn't have used the mana potion, and I should have just chased after the Puka. Come on, heal. There we go. And we get another Puka. This one is only 44 GP, so let me just try to kill it before it runs away for good. And I messed up. And it's already running away as well. And that phone is going to stop us from getting anything. Yep, I am not fighting the phone, that's for sure. Let's try to walk around it. Maybe we can get to see that Puka, and we cannot, because it is Dark Phones and Twisted Pukas again. So that has simply put us a single potion back for no reason, and we cannot search that one. What was it again? I think it was a strong health potion, 44 GP. Not a huge loss. So let me head to the shop, and I'll BRB, 3 minutes most. Alright guys, I am back here again. Sorry for the longer downtime. I don't think it was 3 minutes, but hopefully you don't mind. Let me sell the goods. We still have quite a lot of potions, but just to make sure we don't repeat the story from the last time. We started with 20 and we ran out, so let's go for 13 from now on. Removing another comment coming from some sort of a bot. Let's see. I haven't tried the Dark Phone solo yet, but I think they are a little bit more dangerous than the regular phones, so I'm going to try not to for now. Don't forget that during the night time there's also additional spawns of boogies, and they deal a lot of damage, even ranged one, so they can hit us for like 300 damage without even being close. That's way too dangerous. Okay, we've got some carrots, so we should be safe like this. Oh, hey David. Well, I'm afraid I wasn't playing on Antica at all. My first server was Passera, I think, and then I moved to Sakura very soon. And I was pretty much Sakurian only from that moment onwards. To be honest, there's a ton of larger channels where you could probably find someone who knows you. When it comes to Antica, a lot of old players are still playing, but like I said, I don't think my community is the right one to look for. Anyone from Antica. Okay, what we were supposed to do? We were supposed to take the potions off the loot list, so let's see. We have to go to Cyclopedia, right, and find the strong health potion and set the value to 0. Can we do that? I think we can. Let's see if it saves. Strong health potion. Nope, it doesn't work, so let's set it to 1. Okay, and we're also getting some grades, so let's set it to 0 as well. Or rather 1. Wait, old health potion. Alright, I guess it's some of that anniversary stuff. And once again we get one of those bots, oh my god. Like, usually I only get 3 to 4 comments from the bots every single stream, but today it's crazy. Today alone I have removed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those weird comments. Yeah, the world transfers, or rather merges as they call them, they are quite detrimental to the communities. I don't think I've heard a single story of a tight community that did not get torn apart after a merge. Let's take a look in the English chat, by the way. If there is any good indicator of how active the community is, it's probably by looking into the English chat. Yeah, that guy just lured something over there. But let's take a look. Alright, there's... yeah, there's some people talking, that's nice. But by some, well, it's not that bad, honestly. But still, Sakura is quite an active server in any case, especially English chat-wise. So I'm pretty sure that this anniversary has pulled some people back just to check it out. But will it last? That is the question. Okay, this guy, he has definitely just lured that boogie on us. It's a good thing we decided to take a step back. Oddly enough, most players come from that direction. I wonder why that is. But to be quite honest, the main reason why I do not like merges is because often the server names change, right? Recently there was a merge, and 2 other servers became a new server called Senera. And the problem is, Sakura used to be the first server that starts with a letter S. So if you are, for example, looking through the community tab, looking for your server to search for houses that are being auctioned, or maybe if you were looking for the guilds, all you had to do was type letter S and you would instantly focus on Sakura because it was the first letter S server in the game. And that is no longer the case because of this Seanera or whatever it is called. Yep. A very, very minor inconvenience that at most costs me half a second every single time I search for something like that, which is not often, but it is enough to annoy me. I wonder if we will be ever powerful enough to talk to peaceful Puka and not be worried for our lives. You probably all know this already, but if you play the Puka's game, it has a chance of teleporting you somewhere north of the island, and the Dark Phone is onto us. Yeah, we run out of the fire. We are going to relight it in a moment. Let me just heal ourselves. I'm going to grab some more eggs. There's no point in holding back on that. We should actually just put some of our gold back in here. Just in case. We have no reason why we should be risking all that money if we die. I do not expect us to die anytime soon. Let me also hide this intense healing rune. We aren't going to need it anytime. All the gold back home. There we go. Let's see. There's a Puka to the south, butterfly. But I'm quite sure that if we take just one step to the south, we are going to get rushed by Boogie or something like that. Come on, cast the spell. There we go. We have 6 more minutes of safety. Hey Maestro, good to see you again. Welcome to the stream. I forgot to pick up the eggs. So there's a peaceful Puka right here. And if you talk to it, it says that it is bored. And you can play a game with it. You can do this once a day, so it is pretty much like a shimmering pearl. And there's 6 possible outcomes. One is that it gives you a present box, except it's one of those that go boom, so you press it and yeah, you get an achievement. I already got it on this character. You can also receive a magic spell wand. It can summon a rabbit on you, I think, something like that, something really silly and useless. There's a bunch of different outcomes, I can't remember them all, but there is one outcome that is going to kill you. And that is, it teleports you to the north of the island. Now, I haven't been to the north of the island yet, but I am pretty sure that it is infested with fawns and pixies, which is the worst combination for us, because the pixies make us slower, the fawns, they make us... Wait, how are we not in the battle mode with the dark fawn being right on our screen? What is going on? Are you guys seeing this? That shouldn't be the case, right? In any case, pixies can kill us if they are combined with the phones, because of the paralysis and drunkenness combined. That's what I was trying to say before I realized there's something wrong with the battle system again. See? And now we suddenly are in combat, for whatever reason, even though there's no enemies on the screen. I wonder why. A lot of people have been telling me that Tibia is nice because there aren't that many bugs. But once you start playing the game the way games are supposed to be played, as in exploring everything, trying different things, trying to break the game, you are going to be able to. Just as we did just now, right? The battle marker would not appear no matter what. Yeah, so this NPC, it was my initial plan to get the first spells on World Weaver, thanks to those magic spell wands. You see, the thing is, a magic spell wand you can sell to any magic NPC, except for the feyrist one, of course, so that it's not too easy, but you can sell those magic spell wands for 299 GP. And I thought that I had to play the lottery and hope not to get teleported to the north like 6 times in a row, maybe even more, because the road isn't exactly guaranteed, so that I could afford the summon creature spell, right? But thankfully, on the very same day, our boy Pop let me know that there's a better way, which is, of course, the Shimmering Pearls. Maybe a little bit more risky, at least getting there. But still, all you have to do is get lucky once and you already have 2k. Not to mention that pearl being right here is pretty much the same spot as the way back to the city, so it's just so safe to get it and go back. It is literally only thanks to those shimmering pearls that we were able to do this challenge at all. Well, I'm quite nice, mostly just disappointed quite heavily in Sipsoft. Have you seen the anniversary update, if you can even call it that? You probably have, but let me tell you already, it's not very good. Well, that's the thing, I am not sure about the nymphs. I feel like they can hit pretty hard. And I also believe that they are stronger than the fawns when it comes to the self-healing. Like, it's just a gut feeling, I haven't actually tested them. But I don't think I want to hunt anything that is next to the portal. Like, obviously, I could go back. Go back through the portal, right, elsewhere, but then every single trip back to the city, if I wanted to, would either take me through here, which is very risky, or I would have to pay 500 GP to buy a gem, to get back through the portal. In any case, it's just not a good idea for now. The wind-up key? You will have to specify, I'm not sure what you are talking about, Academia. Wait, first I need to go downstairs to the depot, grab some eggs, then grab a little bit of cash, and then we can deploy some more fire fields. And also, the final reason why I am not sure about the nymphs is because that save zone isn't exactly the best. It's like right on the edge of the water. And that place tends to be buggy. Sometimes it just makes you take another step, even though you haven't pressed anything. Sometimes it throws you into the water, even though you would think you would still be on the edge of the water. Like, a very, very bad time, in my opinion. And, like always, I have forgotten to pick up the eggs. So let me try and grab them this time. Now, I am really counting on pukas today, because if we do not get some more food soon, there will be a mandatory trip to the city, which I want to avoid for as long as we can. Oh right, the train mount, I forgot about that thing. Well done. That's actually probably a good drop right now. Alright, that is also the problem. There's a lot of the nymphs, like easily 2 or 3 sitting right on top of you as soon as you leave this area. And also, there aren't too many trees. Like you have probably realized already, but I am only able to hunt all those creatures because I am using the map geometry very, very efficiently. If not for all those trees and narrow passages, I probably wouldn't be able to make it. Just being able to jump the protection zone is far from ideal. Yeah, nymphs do have better loot, I suppose. Still, right now we are looking pretty good exp-wise. We are getting enough money to slowly progress. I don't think we have anything to worry about. Sure, we could probably do better, but there is no reason to risk anything if we aren't hard-pressed to do so. We are able to kill... Can you just leave? Thank you. We are able to kill fawns as well as pukas. We are yet to secure a spellbook as well as a staff. We are well on our way to greatness. Nice magic level. Yeah, I mean, fawn versus dark fawn, it is indeed not that bad, but to the south, the entire area is off limits because of all the boogies. They have that ranged attack that can hit like 300, so it's instant death for us. There's an area somewhere around here, I think. Wait, why did I click it? I did not mean to click it. Yeah, but there's an area over here. There's a bunch of twisted pukas and fawns. That's nice, but we aren't able to get them separately. They always come together. I tried a long time to separate just a twisted puka or just a dark fawn, but it just wasn't happening. To the north, there's pixies. Pixies are terrible because they run away at low health, and they keep a full tile distance away from us, which means we cannot kill them, because all our spells and all our wand attacks are 3 tile range. So pixies, for now, not possible. This whole area to the north from here, like straight to the north, also risky. Not enough shrubs, not enough trees to give us any sort of reasonable barrier from the enemy. I'm also not quite sure about where the border exactly is, so it is that much more risky. And again, there's boogies in these forests to the north. And hard north, I'm honestly not sure about this area. As you can see, I haven't explored it too well, but still, there's just no need for us to be risking it during the night, especially since we do need to regenerate our magicka. We wouldn't be looking nearly as nicely, mana-wise, I mean, GP wise, if we didn't take those regenerate our mana fully breaks. A full mana is worth like what? 8 potions, I think, on average, maybe even more. Since every potion we have to buy from the shop, it's 56 per potion, so a full mana is worth to us like... well, a lot. I don't feel like calculating right now. I'm quite tired, to be honest, so... I won't bother in case I make a mistake or something. Yeah, but I definitely get where you're coming from, Eduardo. I really appreciate you trying to brainstorm with us. Every little idea helps. So don't be dejected just because I said no to every single suggestion of yours. Hope you realize I'm just considering it. But unfortunately, for now, I don't feel like switching up anything about our tactics. Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Like, when you're killing creatures AoE, you want to be able to rely on your speed, not only to run away from their attacks, but also to be able to round them up in a way that allows you to hit as many as possible at the same time. The way we are hunting right now, we cannot afford to take even a single hit from any of the enemies. Like, Pukas are alright because they don't hit too hard anymore compared to our max HP, but the Fawn, if it combos us just right, it's a one-hit KO. Every single of those creatures has a ranged attack, be it an AoE, cone or something. Yeah, I know the fire is out, but I am going to risk it. What I am trying to say right now, we simply are not going to be in a position where hunting enemies with AoE runes will be anywhere close to safety. Yes, exactly. If I have learned anything during all those Ironman challenges, it's that you should never rush into things. I mean, getting started with Ward Weaver was an actual nightmare. If you were there for the streams, then you should probably know that our first feyrist only stream, we spent only like 1 minute 30 seconds in feyrist total, and most of it was me standing in this little area trying to get over here, because at first I thought that the Earth Altar was going to be the best option, because obviously it's the closest to the city, right? So that's why I went for it, but I didn't expect the phones to be that dangerous. They were always close, they were way faster than we were. Yep. Just not going to recommend the phones at all. By the way, if any of you guys ever wants to do your own feyrist only challenge, but don't want it to be as crazy as mine was in the beginning, aka you don't want to rely on the shimmering pearls just to get started, then I think a good rule would be to allow two things. First of all, allow Exorivis before you enter the city, as well as haste or strong haste, depending on how much you want to help yourself. With haste or strong haste, your trips from city to the city are pretty much guaranteed, or at least way more successful than they usually are if you aren't prepared. And Exorivis, for obvious reason of you want to be able to kill anything, because killing even a single unit without the spells is a horror. Alright, we are looking quite nice mana-wise. I'm not going to eat any more eggs. Yeah. Like, the very first attempt I was going purely off my memory of the place. And that wasn't exactly very recent, so that's why it was a hard fail. Like, it was a very spontaneous thing, this whole feyrist only Iron Man. I came up with the idea, created a character. I was pretty sure that there was a reward shrine in feyrist as well. And I was sure that I could enter at level 8. My god, imagine entering at level 8. I wouldn't be able to go through this path at all. Ever. Yeah, but at once I even considered letting someone escort me to the city. Still, it wouldn't help as much without the spells. I'm just glad we were able to overcome all those obstacles. Alright, 15 minutes in. The trees are about to turn off. Let's get ourselves ready for another eventful day. The phone is already waiting for us. This time the Puka is the one that's trying to snooze. Oh my god, there we go. Okay. That's scary. I haven't seen that happen before. Actually, he didn't cross over to the other side. He's acting very irregular today. Not gonna lie. Not a huge fan of enemies acting unusually. As you are. And again, wow. Taking so much damage for no reason. Let's head over here. And the Swan Lady. 48 gold coins, 2 great health potions. Absolutely useless, all of this. Now, let's kill the Puka before we try to retrieve the phone. But I am not liking this day already. Look at how much mana we lost during our first 2 kills, and the Puka is able to run away. Just perfect. Okay, I need to refocus hard. Otherwise, this is going to be difficult. Okay, Puka, I need you to heal yourself and start running north, just like this. Perfect. Now come closer and let me hit you with the Wand of Vortex once or twice. Okay, you run away now, but just to be on the safer side, I'm going to waste the 20 mana to kill it. Okay, let's see. Some more comments. Let me make sure nothing is respawning. Another Puka already. Okay, sorry, Vitim Franco, I see you there, but you are going to need to wait a moment. There's a Puka that needs killing right now. My voice is already deteriorating. I have been speaking quite a lot today. Okay, the Puka is gone. Let me take a look in the chat. Only minions of demon type, alright. Only human types as well. Yeah, those challenges is something that I have considered before. You could say I'm doing something like this right now. I mean, I am region locked, alright, but I am also locked to only the fairy type of creatures. Even if you look at my character, I gave myself the title of Fey Slayer. Though I guess I'm going to be killing nightmare creatures as well at some point, so I guess it's not exactly a full limitation as it should be. Oh my god, oh my god. I took a step half a second too early. That little half step back absolutely ravaged our HP. And we had another very close brush with death. Okay, complete focus right now. We cannot afford to make any more mistakes. Okay, perfect. Right, so humans only is definitely interesting because there's just a lot of human type enemies, though I am not sure how we would get through Guard. I guess we would have to start the challenge, just like with this one, from level 8. I mean, if you count like trolls as humanoids or humans, it would be a different story, but I guess that would also mean orcs, and pretty much ruin the point of the challenge. Mutated humans, are they humans as well? Good question, indeed. But what I was trying to say initially is, how would the start look like? Let's say we start at level 8. Let's say we allow the rookie set, right? So the jagged sword, brass armor, brass legs. If we go for a knight, which we probably would. I mean, with that kind of set, you could probably start instantly killing Amazons. And maybe some Valkyries on the side, if we get cheeky enough. But what about the upgrades? Valkyries can drop like plate armor. Not much else though. Yeah, now that I think about it, human type enemies, they really don't drop much, do they? It would be so risky. It would be even more difficult if we consider not taking the rookie set, because to be honest, it does make things kind of trivial, right? The way we would have to go about it is maybe rush the scale armor quest, maybe go to Edron and get the brass legs quest. Like, we would be able to put together some sort of a set. But how good would it be? And the main question is, what would be the end game? Because the best loot that I can come up with right now when thinking of humanoid type enemies, the only thing that really comes to mind is the Black Knight, and let me tell you, I am not fighting the Black Knight again. It's a nice memory and I do not want to relive it. But theoretically, the Black Knight, right? We could get the knight armor, knight legs, boots of haste, a dragon lance and a warrior helmet. That is quite a nice set already. Any other upgrades that we can get from human type enemies? Right, heroes, they might be able... I mean, they might be possible if we kill them with the Black Knight set. I mean, it's doable, but very tedious. The way I see it, allow for selling items to the market just to save some time. Start the game, go instantly and only Amazons. Kill the Amazons for protective charms. Sometimes, if you have enough money from supplies, which you soon will have, you just go Valkyries. Once you're done bullying Valkyries, get a plate armor, maybe some other upgrades, you just go straight to the Black Knight. Kill the Black Knight using the... Wow, those fonts are seriously difficult today. And again, stop spamming that drunkenness beam. But yeah, kill the Black Knight until you have the best set, and then you can go wherever. Stuff you get from the Black Knight is good enough for most of the content in the game. If we are talking about interesting challenge ideas, there's something I have thought of before. It would be a sewers only Iron Man. So the idea behind that is, interestingly enough, in Tibia, sewer areas actually contain a quite wide variety of creatures. There's the Thais sewers, it's obviously just rats, but Carlin sewers, there's rotworms. The limitation would be like this: you can only hunt in areas that can be directly accessed through a sewer grate or a well. Otherwise, if it is not through a sewer grate or a well, then you cannot go downstairs at all. And if at any point you go downstairs through a sewer grate and you go back upstairs, as in back to the surface level, then you are not allowed to go any further in other than back. Right? So let me explain to you what kind of enemies we would be dealing with. At first, we'd be like probably just rotworms, maybe rats in ties. Once we kill enough rats in ties to afford a key, we buy the wooden key in Fibula, go down through the well, get some of those rotworm kills going. To be honest, we will have to stay a long time at rotworms. But that's just how it goes. We are dead. We are so dead. Okay, we survived. We got very lucky, by the way. We took so little damage. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have changed anything in my tactics, but somehow we are doing so much worse. Yep. So I cannot help but blame this on my tiredness. Whenever you feel like you're doing everything the same, but it somehow isn't working out anymore, then usually 8 out of 10 cases it's actually you. Is what I have learned. Okay, you phone, just get away from me. Cannot be bothered to deal with you. As you can see, you are being completely outplayed, so give up. And now we get to bully the Puka. In the single best possible way. And it's about to run away. Perfect. Let's see. Oh, so once I have the entire bestiary entry, then I cannot kill the enemy of that type anymore, right? It's an interesting concept, except, once again, I cannot help but wander straight to Black Knight. You see, the Black Knight, he doesn't have a bestiary entry, and he drops pretty good stuff, so all we have to do is grind long enough so that you can afford to kill the Black Knight, and then just kill him over and over again, until you get all the items, because there is no limit to kills on Black Knight. I mean, obviously you could just say no Black Knight, but that's oddly specific. Well, I haven't got any of the feyrist uniques yet, if that is what you are asking, so no, we aren't making too much progress yet. Okay, I messed up, I should have gone after this Puka, but there we go. We have fixed it. 2 more kills, I think, and we are going to have another level, which is great because we are slowly running out of mana. Being able to start again with full, especially this early in the day, should be great. Yes, they do count. And let me explain why. If you do not include enemies such as Korims and Dragon Lords, then there is no half game for your character. You see, I decided to include Fibula, as in entering the sewers through wells, purely for Fibula, because if you don't, then there's really not much early game for you to do, first of all. Right, early game, and I mean of course the rotworms, because what else? But once you are done killing rotworms, you need some sort of gear upgrade, and I'm afraid sewers aren't really very generous with such items, which is why Corims, right? By killing Corim charlatans, you can upgrade your stuff pretty well. Let me get this phone actually. Come back, come back, come back. You know you want this. Okay, I think we found a very nice way of bullying this fawn. Yeah, go back outside. This is very nice. I mean, he could have easily gotten us drunk twice here, but we outsmarted him, but he outsmarted us. He didn't drop anything good. Alright, back to the topic. Yes, the Carlin rotworms suck. We want to be able to kill many, so we definitely want to have access to Fibula. So the progression would be like rotworms, gain a high enough level to be able to kill some Corim charlatans in Carlin. Once you do that, get some Corim items, brave some vanguards at some point maybe. It's going to be difficult but possible. And once you do that, you always have the dragons and dragon lords to upgrade your stuff with. And with dragon lord loot, you might be able to try and attempt the Oramon sewers. And those, they contain creatures such as demons and other very powerful stuff. So there's a very well developed endgame in there, but simply reaching that endgame is going to be a huge pain. And it is the only reason why I'm probably not going to attempt that challenge. Like, I did come up with it, I even made quite a lot of research on it, but it's probably the same thing as the rock thrower. Possible, but insane amounts of effort. Yeah, the bestiary challenge sounds interesting, but I'm one of those players that likes to stay in the same place forever. For example, when playing as a free account, I have spent so much time in the Mount Stern-demanded caves. There's just some spots that I find more fun than the others, and the Sternum Cave just so happens to be one of those. Okay, small stones, which we are going to leave. And there's a fawn spawning, very nice. Getting some reliable spawn rate right here. Honestly, we should consider luring that additional fawn from the south. Though I am afraid we might get some bug spawn. And we are trying to minimize the costs, so I guess it's not a great idea. If at any point we get that puka to respawn again, while the fawn is already lured, then it's just going to retreat and heal back to full health. Right, so that's completing the bestiary, but never locking enemies that you have completed, right? The main problem with that would be determining the correct order of the kills, I guess. Because obviously you would want to prioritize the enemies that give you the best loot and allow you to progress. To be honest, right now I am good on challenges. I've got this one that is supposed to be for streams only and will likely remain that way. There will be more of Svargrund only. Oh, we got that phone to lure itself to us, so I won't say no. Let it come. But this Puka, I am not interested in fighting. And another Puka, alright. Not good, let me tell you this. Alright, let's lose the Puka. And we are taking heavy hits. Okay, no reason to risk it too much. We have taken a little bit more than we can chew on. But we've got the Puka in the perfect Puka spot, so let's make use of that. Or maybe not, never mind. In any case, one more potion, okay. Not ideal, but possible. Let's get this other Puka going. Okay, lure it away from the phone to the left. No, the phone to the left does not want to get lured away. Alright, we've definitely lost some resources right there. I wonder if we will have enough magicka to kill this phone, even. It might be the case that we aren't able to do this. And so close, okay. The Puka is rushing us again, we need to heal. Far from ideal, but let's try to make the most out of it. Cannot say I appreciate all those bug spawns. Okay, dandelion seeds, that's highly useless, but at least easily lootable for us. We do not have enough magic attack to kill anything in here. So let's go ahead, sell our loot. We are 4k ahead, so that is a decent amount. I'm going to answer you guys in a moment, just in quite a rush right now. To get those enemies while they are nicely looted, I mean nicely lured towards us. Again, 30 please. Alright. First of all, I'm going to answer the question that has been marked in orange. So Academia, I'm not exactly sure how often they happen, so I cannot help you there, but I can tell you it is at least 3 times. They also only occur when there is nobody on the said floor. In other words, you cannot see it happen. It happens when everybody is away. I am not sure how that applies to players just being on another floor, aka looking from the top. Okay, very, very risky. At some point I wanted to do research on it, but it requires you to have a lot of free time, I'm afraid, which at that point I did not have. Okay, the phone is lured away. Let us clear this Puka and continue fighting the phone in the safe spot. And another Puka, oh my god, what is going on, guys? And another phone, come on, stop. Why are those creatures getting lured towards us? Okay, we are in a safe spot, thankfully. Let's kill this Puka away. And this guy is going to clear everything, of course. Our little paradise. Oh no, he's leaving, okay. Let me get this phone over here. Perhaps, can we? Yep, it sees us. We get some of that EXP back. And yes, this is the easy phone spawn. As long as the puka does not interfere too much, which I'm afraid it will. Okay, we need to be very careful. If we do it through here, then we are very susceptible to all sorts of drunkenness beams, such as these. And there's also going to be bug spawn all the time. Like so. But if we manipulate things just right, then we are going to get one of these situations, which are ideal for us. There we go. Let's speed up the process. We are getting fed right now, killing enemies all the time. 5 more minutes left in the day, so all the better for us. Where is the dead guy? I think he's this body, right? No, no loot. Where is the dead phone? Okay, we shouldn't be getting too risky. And I don't think he dropped anything very particularly expensive, so no reason to risk our lives. For a minor trinket right now, we are looking quite fine. Yeah, that was an action-packed day, for sure. Loot this guy, there we go. And where's that puka? Here we go. Yeah, we can consider luring some more stuff from now on. It's been working out. Maybe we are wasting some more. But on the other hand, we are also doing way better. Shimmering beetles, these are great. Yes, sorry for not looking in the chat at the moment, but I want to make the most of the time we still have left. Okay, shimmering beetles here, some more cash in here. Okay, I think we have a moment. Let's see. Yeah, obviously, small exceptions like these are necessary in Iron Man playthroughs. Right, so the only thing I don't like about the bestiary challenge is you are limited to just one enemy at a time at all times. It gets very tedious. I mean, I guess you would be able to switch things around every now and then, but ultimately you're just killing the same enemy for a long time. Okay, that will be our final phone for today. And by today I mean the in-game daytime. I think we can do a couple more cycles before we call it a day. Okay, the puka is not appreciated here, but not much we can do about it right now. And okay, that was lucky. Let's just lure the phone to the right. Okay, he was able to land a hit, but it wasn't a very hard hit. And just one more cheeky. Boom. And perfect AI puka. Let's get rid of this one. Perfect, there we go. some of the dropped items. Right, we still have capacity and space, so that was probably nothing. Alright, 1 more minute. We probably won't be able to kill anything more, so let's not try. And yeah, we are going 102 EXP per hour. That's a nice threshold to hit. I believe we will be able to get level 36 next day. Right, so what were we talking about before? I think we were discussing the floor resets, right? Okay. The shopkeeper has changed as we were talking to them, but let's go. Let's buy some more mana potions, 18 to be exact, 1000. Small price to pay. And what else now? Right, I wanted some more fire fields. Since we are here already, did we get them? No. There we go, we pressed OK. Right, so the floor reset, right. There was something else I wanted to say about it, but I forgot. Oh, right. I think the way it works, I mean, it's a quirk and probably won't help you at all, no matter what you had in mind. But what I found interesting about the floor reset is, sometimes it does not refill the containers. If you simply took something away from a container, aka a daily spawn container, right? If you took the items from the inside, then more often than not, it will not refill, even if a floor reset occurs. Rather than that, it's going to remain the same, undisturbed. Even if there is a floor reset, everything around it will get reset, but the container will remain empty. So if you are, for example, looking for a specific daily respawn inside of a container, you want to move the container or destroy it. Otherwise, the floor reset will not happen. Also, the floor reset very often acts in mysterious ways. Sometimes it removes chests that have been moved and other objects, and sometimes it just places more on top. That is also something that I find mysterious. But there is a lot of experimentation to be made. I've been sitting in a crooked position for a long time today, I think. My back is killing me. Okay, so what do we have now? It's another long bit of downtime. Let's fill up. Pull up the timer. And we have about 5 minutes. You can use to relax. I'm going to do some stretches as well. If you guys have been seated for too long in a single spot, then I definitely recommend doing some stretches as well. Alright. Now, something else that I wanted to discuss is Man Paladins. So, Paladins are in a weird niche, in my opinion, just between the mages and the knights. So, when it comes to the knights, they are obviously mostly reliant on the items they have, right? You need gear upgrades, especially weapon, but also armor, otherwise you are not progressing at all. Compared to them, wizards, they mostly rely on their spells and skills, just like we do in this challenge, right? We got a powerful spell, we got our magic level to a reasonable position, and we are able to rock the feyrist area even though we are heavily underleveled. Now, Paladins are in a weird niche between those two approaches. They definitely do benefit from getting better gear, especially bow and arrow upgrades. They do not need armor as much, so they aren't as reliant on gear upgrades as the knights are. And they still need quite decent skills to be able to do good damage, especially early on, to limit the amount of arrow misses. But the thing is, there are so very few ranged weapon upgrades. You can go different playstyles, you can go with spears, you can go with other stuff, but if you want to go full Iron Man, and you, for example, do not want to buy royal spears or hunting spears from the shop, then there's no way to obtain those. You can't exactly hope on anything to drop throwing stars, no assassin stars, a lot of things are just out of your reach. I think the first good upgrade you can get is the elvish bow from elves, and after that the next thing up is the composite horn bow from Worms, which is a very long way away from that. Yep, just something I wanted to mention, which is why I am likely never going to play as a paladin in an Iron Man challenge. Like, of course I am playing a paladin in the Barbarian series, but that's a melee paladin, it plays way differently, and it's a completely different approach which eliminates all of the things that I have just mentioned. Now back to the floor reset for a moment. Like, it definitely is coded somehow, right? So there is an automated way of how it is supposed to occur. But I was never able to take an entire day off just to check how it works. I have been spending quite a lot of time on my Rookstayer in the Minohel area, and I have also been playing on Luther, who relies on the floor resets quite a lot as well. Now, in my Rookguard experience, what I did was usually just do the slow but steady way of leveling up there, so I wouldn't run around, kill every single spawn. Instead, I would just go to the lowest level of the Minohel and create sort of a barricade out of the chests that are there, in a way that only 2 monsters attack me at once. I would keep 1 wolf and 1 minotaur, and just kill the minotaur over and over again, usually even with maximum defense or maybe the middling defense, and just slowly work my way through the enemies there. So every now and then I would have to go take a break, and whenever I did, the chests would return to their original position. Not always, but usually. So that leads me to believe that if a floor reset is bound to happen at a certain time, and it is impossible to do due to a player being there and seeing the map, which blocks the floor reset from happening, it will wait until the player is gone for long enough so that it can reset. Next thing up, I believe it does not occur if there is any way of a player seeing it. So, if a player is in close vicinity, so that should the floors be transparent, the player would be able to see the floor reset to happen, it won't. I am not sure if it is bound to vertical or horizontal distance, but it definitely has to do with distance. Another thing I can say for sure is what I said before. It will very often fail to refill containers that are left in their original spot. So, for example, in Minohel there's some more chests that are not the quest chests, right? And one of them contains some boots, leather boots, and a shovel. And the other one contains some torches and poison arrows. I would collect those poison arrows, so I was tracking exactly what was happening inside of those containers, and if I moved the chest from its original position after looting it, After a floor reset, it would get back in its original position but contain the items again. If I looted the items and left the chest in its original position, then it would not refill with the arrows. Also, while playing on Looter, I was picking up some ham in a crate in the troll caves east of Ties. And oddly enough, if I moved a chest to the side, another chest would appear. So quite often I would have this vexing sight of 6 chests being next to each other, even though originally there were only 3. So it is possible that the floor reset, the daily floor reset, is not tied to entire floors, but rather singular tiles. So certain tiles are marked as eligible for a floor reset, whereas others are not. Though it is just speculation. I would have to do further tests and, like I said, not enough time to do this. But if I were to do them, then I would pick different areas, like 3 different places, and just... let's think. You would definitely want an area that has chests with daily respawns, right? To measure exactly what happens to the chests, what happens to the items inside, whenever you move the chests, whenever you remove the whatever is inside, right? I forgot what it's called. There was a nice word for whatever a container contains. But yes, that's basically it. And you would also want to cover the entire floor with a singular item. Probably just a single gold coin, but I guess worms might be better because nobody is going to bother picking up worms if they visit your testing area. So cover the entire floor with single worms. And thanks to that, you should be able to see if any of the worms get removed. That would probably quite reliably prove once and for all whether it is tied to tiles or entire areas. Yep, so that's basically everything I know about floor resets. I'm pretty sure someone has way more knowledge than me on that, but I don't believe there's any good info on it online. I wish some of Tibia's mechanics were like more transparent than they are. Actually, let's see. We got the defense bonus again. We should consider walking the path again soon. We are running out of food, so we are definitely going to need some of that. But I don't want to do that just yet, especially since we still cannot afford... we still cannot afford the promotion, which I wanted to happen on our next visit to the city. Obviously, if we have to, then we have to, but I'd rather do it as late as possible, rather than give up completely too early. Now, I wanted to do some additional videos on Tibia mechanics. For example, that little trick that we use, with the puka always going back to its initial place, the way turns work, and the way creature movement works compared to turns, stuff like that. Except, it takes a lot of research to do. Any reliable info on those. And every now and then, you just see a baffling situation that completely wrecks everything you thought about the enemies. So sometimes I feel like some creatures have different AI packages compared to other creatures. And sometimes even the same creatures behave in different ways in different locations. So it's really hard to know for sure. So the way I see the game right now is I mostly know how the game behaves, but every now and then you have to take into the account that there's going to be like a weird difference, an irregularity, if you will. And also, such videos are a lot of work and probably not very many people are interested in those, I have to say. Floor reset is a mystery, but most players, especially casual players, do not care about that. AI also usually doesn't really matter. Because, let's be honest, how many players play like we do? How many players care about jumping the protection zone, etc, etc. Alright, I forgot that we are supposed to be playing Space Cadet while we take the break, but yeah, there was quite a lot of stuff to talk about, so I took care to talk about the stuff. Besides, I am way too paranoid right now. Whatever happened last day, with all those phones and additional pukas coming out of nowhere, I do not trust this game one bit. So I'd rather just stay here and watch carefully. Be ready to retreat anytime now. This far-locked character, Skogul the Barbarian, is doing quite well. I have taken a short break, but I have enough footage for 1.5 videos, so whenever I find the motivation to put a video together, I will. That could be any time now, maybe even tomorrow. Though I can make no promises, because lately I've decided to slightly improve the production value of my videos, which means more time spent on editing. Especially since it's one of those videos where I kill like a couple hundred of a single enemy to get a drop, so it's going to be another time lapse, and they also take way more time than usual videos. And I think I'm also all out of epic non-copyright strike music that I can put in such a montage. Right, so there's quite a lot of stuff to consider, but that's on me. No need to trouble you with such details. In any case, I'm working on it and it's coming, don't worry. It's not cancelled, I am still around. Actually, I've made some nice progress today. Not going to spoil anything, but well, that would be like double spoilers, because I have improved upon something that I have already improved on. Yeah, not going to say anything else. Just going to say that it's going to speed up. I have spent like 2 months, I think, being level 60 and not even touching the character. But now we are making progress. Alright, that would be the final fire field of the day. I think this one should burn long enough for us to regenerate our magicka to the maximum. That was a very safe night, I think. We haven't seen a single enemy approach. We do have the battle marker on, but for some reason it just started popping up randomly today. We have seen it acting up a lot. And in 10 minutes it's going to be another day, and I think it will be the final day for the day. As in, how many? 40 minutes from now, I think, we are going to be finishing the stream. Well, I am almost done with Luther. Like, I already said it this stream, but I guess I'll repeat it. I finished Luther's challenge. However, not only did I die, so I had the best gear for like a minute or two. I also failed to record it. I recorded the wrong window, so we don't have footage of that. So I will have to redo Luther. It's not a lot. Like, at most 4 hours of playing, so... Yeah, I'm going to finish Luther, and then I will have only 2 ongoing challenges. This one, and it is going to be stream only, and Barbarian, which I want to focus on solely. Alright, maybe throwing a field does count as an attack, you might be right. But yes, the plan for now is to focus on 2 characters only. The moment I start thinking about too many challenges, I just don't focus on a single one at all. So for a while it's going to be only the Spargrund character and the feyrist only character. Yeah, many people forgot about Luther, I forgot about Luther as well. My other silent plan was to reuse Luther later on. Like I mentioned before, I was going to make this sewer only character. So my idea was to grab Luther and use him. Like, level him down back to 8, remove all items and, yeah. Use him as a new character. Also pay for a name change, I guess. Definitely cheaper than starting a new character and buying another nice skin. Especially since Luther's skin looks pretty much like a sewer person. I would remove the backpack, place the hat on him and... it would be perfect. But like I said, once I have done some research into the sewer character, I discovered it's not as much fun as it seems. And I don't want to start too many projects at once. Sometimes I just realize that I place a lot of challenges and other projects on my plate, because I enjoy the initial phase of thinking about it, coming up with ideas, different ways and solutions, but when then it comes to actually pulling through them, it's way more difficult for me. So I enjoy the theory crafting, but the actual playthrough often becomes a little bit more painful to me. I do enjoy the game, but not as much as I enjoy thinking about the game. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of mana training. We have actually progressed quite nice. I think we started with like 40% to go, so it's 20% for free. Sometimes I forget about how slow the daily trainers are. I think it's like half of what you can get, right? 27 shielding too, that's terrible. Hey, yes. Thank you very much, and a happy 2022 to you as well. To be honest, things are looking pretty grim. But let's not let that distract us from having fun while we can. Alright, it's 5 more minutes, and then we can get our final day going. Let me just regen this 2 mana, and I'm not going to mana sit any longer. Those 40 mana points that I can get in the meantime aren't as valuable. Can we try to kill the Twisted Puka? Nope. Nope, we cannot. There's an instant Dark Fawn, and I have seen another Boogie in there. Definitely not worth it. Yep. I was going to try it, but that Boogie right there is going to effectively block us. Like I said, I am very wary of Boogies, but for a good reason. Let me just make sure and pull up the page for them. Right, I was looking at Lost Souls and Betrayed Wraith before, but what I wanna see is Boogie right now. Right, so wait, did I get it wrong? I'm quite sure I didn't, but it says that the blood ball that it casts causes bleeding. It's 115 damage. Which I do not think is correct, because I'm quite sure that I have taken upwards of 200 damage from them in a single strike. Right, training melee weapons as a paladin is not easy. I think Barbarian is like 51 club right now. And it already is getting painfully slow, so do not expect anything higher than 60 once we finish the challenge, and I think it might be going for 2 more years perhaps. Interesting thing about that is there's a certain region that only opens up for a single month. And in that region we can access some very, very valuable items that we are going to need if we want to finish the challenge. But no further spoilers. I'm trying to keep as many things secret as I can. Maybe I shouldn't, because at first I thought when I played as Ironclad that explaining everything in advance, telling everybody what my goals are, what my next step is going to be interesting, but then I realized that it's literally a format of I explain the goal, and then I make a video on the goal as I achieve it, and it's not even interesting, because everybody knows what I am going to achieve, and I explain the way I am going to achieve it, so it's just proof of achieving it, right? And then the next half of the video was me explaining my next goal. So this time around I'm doing something else. I'm trying not to spoil too much about what the next video is going to be. I mean, this is Tibia, I don't have too many options, so you probably are well aware of what I'm going to do next every single time, but still, I kind of enjoy this little secrecy around the character. Maybe from time to time I can surprise someone with my methods. Then again, I've been watching some RuneScape Ironman characters, and I think every single one of them just states the goals from the very get-go, and then they just continue working towards those. Alright, there's a puka, let's kill it before this fawn appears. Spawn fawns. Fawn spawns. Final day for today, hopefully. Oh no, it's already going badly. Guys, help me. That puka is trying to run away from its certain doom. And run away. We don't want to face that fawn. Go away, fawn. And the other fawn, when are you going to come over? There we go. Actually, let me stay hidden for a while. Right, because the drunkenness beam goes like this. I think if I play it right, I can avoid it more reliably than I am right now. Just like this, see? It's not the same as, for example, a dragon's fire breath, because it doesn't have those pointy edges. It just sort of goes to the front way more than anything else does. Alright, let's try to lure something over here. There we go, there's a puka that we might want to kill. Yeah, we are getting kind of cheeky, but why not? I mean, we're making good progress. And it would be nice to hit another level today. I mean, at some point it's probably just going to turn into regular just hunting in feyrist videos. The longer we stay here, the closer we are to just hunting like everybody else. So those initial moments are the ones we should cherish. Alright, still a little bit slow, but there's this fawn that we might want to kill. Is this the fawn? I think it's yet another fawn. I mean, I'll take it. It seems to be, again, an easy AI one. It is completely fixated on going back to its original place. Let's just kill it before the day comes. Come back, no. Yes, come closer now. And nope. So many. Alright, now, I really want to get that fawn. Right, so what I should do is try to lure it? No. Didn't work, but this fawn is quite far away now, and we are going to have to kill the puka now. This is not looking great. We are so close. So close, guys. Okay, thankfully those regular pukas do not poison us. Let's think calmly about this. I do want that fawn, but we just have to deal with this one first, right? Not much we can do, no reason for us to risk our lives, just to improve our DPS a little bit. I doubt that Fawn will be able to heal too much anyway, so let's kill this one. Then we can go back to the other one, and we got drunk, by the way. Thankfully it did not cost us anything. Okay, and let's try to lure that Fawn yet again. And is this some other Fawn? It has to be. And we are drunk. Let's retreat to the relative safety. There we go, that was way too close, but we've done it. Now get out of here, now come back here. Now get out of here. And come back here. But where could have that Fawn gone? Or is it the same one but healed to maximum? It also is possible. Though I somehow do not believe that. Let's see. Take a look around. I have never been this far, and there's another Fawn, yeah. I'm going to assume the Fawn just healed to maximum health again. We are getting quite comfortable in here. Like, at first it seriously felt so oppressive, even though we had all the skills necessary to survive. It was still so dangerous. And now look at us. We are absolute pros. Killing Fawns like it's Christmas morning. Okay, lure you away. Do not want to deal with two Fawns at the same time. There we go. I'm going to search it later, just make sure not to forget, because we got some shimmering bills there. Absolute champion level loot. Okay, he misfired the drunkenness spell. Not going to complain about that, let me tell you. Okay, a pretty nice combo. Foolish creature, and we are drunk, but there's also no enemies around, so let's just slowly go ahead. Loot everything, I think that's all. And let's try to get the attention of that Puka from the south. There we go, the southern Puka. Okay, we got hit by the mana drain, but it is not a huge problem. We can afford it, to be honest. Okay. Now come closer. Well, the main problem with this one lady I have, they have a very dangerous mana drain skill. I can't remember it too well, but I think it's the same as the Elder Bone Lord, so it doesn't have to target you like the Pukas do, which is why we hunt them. Not only are they probably the weakest, they also can miss with their mana drain, which is their strongest hit. The Swan ladies can just literally take away your mana. Just like that, no questions asked. And I think it also deals damage, so that is far from ideal. Even if we are able to kill a Swan lady, it just does not pay for itself. And right now we are mostly worried about our balance. Wow, another Puka. while no phone respawns. Those are somehow, sometimes so irregular. And now the phone decides to respawn, right? Okay, but we killed this one just in time, but we are drunk, so we have to wait it out. Okay, that was risky as well. Is it just me, or does the duration of this drunkenness beam vary? Sometimes. I'm just going to heal this 39 HP. I feel like sometimes it is the small amounts that make the difference. The free account knight playing theory is embedded in my mind. The one that says always stay at full health, no matter the cost. Wait, did I... Okay, no loot. Okay, let's get this phone. Let's stay far enough away from it so that it can never hit us with that drunkenness beam. Oh my god, oh my god. That was bad for my heart. We got very lucky, by the way. We should have died. Absolutely. Go back, you can see me, come on. You know, you want to face me now. Now go back, and I can hit you. Come back in, let me heal myself, go outside. Just like this. Come back, another hit, leave, another hit, come back, another hit, leave, another hit. And that's a dead phone. The phone with valuable loot next to the puka spawn, I think I have. Okay, now this is going to be a difficult part, so let's lure the puka slightly away from that phone right away. Come on, puka, faster, thank you. And we just barely dodged the evil cone of mana drain. Let's loot the puka, get to the safe spot. Yeah, I think I have looted all the phones, by the way, not sure if I answered that one. I really enjoy Feyrist as a place. It has some nice aesthetic, interesting enemies, but the lore, it makes no sense. Like, we have been invited here by the Fey creatures because we have been deemed worthy, right? We are literally the friend of Fey. But somehow, for whatever reason, 99% of the Fey population of this island just wants us to die. There's one puka that doesn't want to kill us. There's one swan lady that doesn't want to kill us. There's one fawn that doesn't want to kill us. There's one pixie that doesn't want to kill us. And there's only one nymph that doesn't want to kill us. Literally a single one out of the entire population. Yeah, we are absolutely shredding the pukas nowadays. Okay, 3 more mana potions. Let's try to lure that fawn from the south. Come on. Oh, okay, that was way too close, way too close, way too close. I should have cast the speed spell in this case, to be honest. Come on, fawn, you can see me, don't walk away. Yep. You can absolutely see me. Let me tell you. Okay, we are currently drunk. Thankfully, we did not get the hiccups. And there we go. Alright, we are easily due for some rare drop right now. I think both the Dream Blossom stuff and the Woodland spellbook are like 5k, right? That would place us so close to our goal. Just a couple lucky drops. We have been doing quite well for ourselves. Wait, do I have any more potions? No, I don't, okay. I'm not sure if we can finish this phone off. Hopefully it doesn't heal too much. Okay, one more cycle, and it should be it. I don't know why I took the risk, by the way. I could have just killed it. Okay, some grapes. I'm going to leave this Puka B because there's no way we can regen our mana right now. Let's go back north to the shop. Wow, a magic light wand. Okay, sell these, and some ferns as well. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the ferns. And 30 mana potions. Okay, 15 more minutes. And it says 2 more minutes till we get the next level. I think we can make it. I've got a good feeling about this. So let's try not to overcharge ourselves with manas. I guess those midday trips are costing us just unnecessary time. Okay, I'm going to wait for this phone to respawn. Make sure it's not somewhere to the right. No, it is not. Before I lure anything to the south, or maybe I can grab the Puka. The Puka. Hello? Mr. Puka, sir? No. There's another Puka spawning here, though. I'll take it. And instantly, just going straight after our mana. This one is a savage. But it does not realize we are well versed with Puka savagery. You are dead, no big surprise. Now then, 3000 more. 2, maybe 3 kills, depending on what we get to kill. Okay, full focus. I've been going on auto for a while now, which is way too risky, considering a single hit from these enemies can kill us. Okay, I risked it, but that was such an accurate drunkenness beam. If I didn't go north, that could have been a dying moment. Okay, can we do it in one more shot? No. So let's drink a potion, I'm afraid. I mean, we are still going to have to kill 2 Pukas, I think. Just one isn't going to be enough. Search to the south, no luck, alright. But there goes another. I think a Puka is worth 100 to 1200. So it will be, yes, one more kill, no matter what we try. Okay, we have gone far enough south. There's no reason we should take that sort of risk. Let's just stand here, like good boys, and regen some of that magic, huh? Maybe eat a carrot, some grapes, cookies. Leave the eggs for last, I'd say. Okay, here comes the phone. That is going to be the final kill until level 36. And then obviously we keep going until the end of the day. But after that, it's no more streaming. At least for today. I do plan on hosting another streams, in case you were wondering. I shouldn't have drunk that potion, I think. Yep. But still, level 36. We are getting there slowly. Not sure about any upcoming spell upgrades. All our money right now is dedicated purely to obtaining some promotion so that we can regenerate our magicka faster. Looks like a wooden humanoid, interesting. Okay, and the third tick, there we go. And retreat. This is going to be so much better once we can reliably run freely around the world, not having to fear any enemy. I mean, it's going to be a while before we get to such a point, but one can always dream. Let's vanish this one. Yeah, this is so lazy, the way they turn into sparkles instead of actually disappearing. Phone? You coming? Yeah, I'm not going to lure that one. This lake right here is such a dangerous spot. Oh, would you look at that? We got a puka interested in us. Not going to say no. And you're just about ready to run away, aren't you? Right, they have stopped dropping money. Whatever we've been getting so far is just scraps. Okay, that was close. Thankfully, we made it somehow. I don't know if we have been insanely lucky or actually just within the damage threshold. Let me pull up the page for the phones right now, actually. What is their melee damage? Have we been lucky or was that supposed to be? Alright, so their melee is 360 from 0, right? So average is about 180 minus our measly 9 damage plus the shielding, but it doesn't always shield. In other words, every single time we get hit in melee by a phone, there is a very serious chance that it could have killed us. No questions asked, just enough damage to kill us in a single hit. Not to mention, there's nothing stopping them from using the stalagmite or the leaf star, that is additional 60-80 or 0 to 100. The fact we have survived so many close encounters with a phone so far is nothing short of a miracle. Because, like I said, every single time we make contact and they hit us in melee, that is potentially a death. Not for sure, but quite reliably. Speak of the devil, here comes another one. Would you look at that? That's stalagmite. Or was it a leaf star? In any case, it dealt a lot of damage. Now imagine he just happens to cast the same skill, except he also hits us in melee and rolls like 250. That would have been enough to kill us. And not even 2/3 of his maximum damage. Yep, I'm choosing to tank the Puka. Yep. You could argue that that guy helped us, but also not, so I'm not going to comment on that. Oh, 2 opals, there we go. These are worth 1,000, just like that. So we are 8k in the green today. Isn't that a great sight? Who knows? These eggs, they might be enough, especially since we are getting some fruit as well. They might be enough to get us through. Can we get anything to come towards us? And you Pukas are especially welcome. Well, I didn't mean a fawn, but since you are here already, I guess. Yeah, this is a nice spot as well, I guess. Come back, Mr. Fawn. Yep. Ever since we have been able to clear this area right next to us, we can easily manipulate their AI in any way we want. Which is great to see, but at the same time, why are they dropping such bad stuff? Can I please get some luck? There's a fawn to the south, but I'm not a huge fan of luring those if we get bug spawn in here, especially of a fawn. There's no way we are getting out alive. Number 3, there we go. Quick hit. We can sell 2 hits over here. And another 2, and that should be a dead Puka. We are shredding them. I know I said that already, but I really like the way the word shred sounds. Especially when talking about magic. Alright, I can see there's another fawn in town. Let's show him his place. Namely, in the ground. Alright. Almost end of the day. 3 more minutes left. The moment the sun seemingly sets, it's 3 more minutes. That's a good thing to note visually, and we wasted 20 mana right there. Wait. No more room. Now that is perplexing. What can't we pick up? 18 gold coins. Let's just toss them over before anything respawns. We can just place all this gold, or at least some of it, in depot. Yeah, 300 should be enough. Grab this, we can't afford to lose any. And there's the final Puka, because I doubt we'll be able to kill anymore. Okay, let's hope it is worth using this one potion on it. Just don't drain our mana anymore, Puka. Is it a deal? Okay, it is. Alright guys, I'm going to stick around. Maybe we can lure one more Puka from the south, though it would cost us another mana potion, so it would have to try hard to be worth it. No, we only got that fawn, and it's 2 more minutes. Can we kill the fawn? I mean, this one was pretty easy, right? Let's try it. Wine, women, and song. The fawns know what everything is about. Okay, the other phone is about to respawn. Cannot say I love that idea. Especially since it's just going to get us instantly drunk. Okay. Let's risk it. There, a wood cape! Oh my god, okay. We need it. We absolutely need it. But this phone is going to wreck us, no matter what we do. Let's try to lure it away. Okay, it vanished, so we have half a second before the boogies appear. Just a very short moment. We got the item. Let's heal, okay. Oh my god, guys. Got the wood cape. We cannot put it on, obviously, because we are not a paladin, which is a huge shame. 3 armor, it's the same, but the 4% earth protection, useful. Let me remove another bot from the chat. Yeah, I drank mana into Utama, as you can see. Thank you for the suggestion, though. But guys, it is it. We've got the first item drop. Let's see how much money we can get for all this booty. Sell the empty potion flasks, all the dandelion seeds, opals, enchanted stuff. Oh my god, the wood cape, 5k GP. So our balance for today is 13k in the green. Hey sir, welcome to the stream. I'm sorry to say, but we are just about to wrap up. You're very welcome to watch it back though if you're interested. Alright, that was something. That boogie, again, if it rolled badly for us, he could have killed us with ease. But let's go ahead and calculate how much money we have now. Let's see. I'm going to put all this gold in. Carrying all this gold around is going to be a problem. I guess once we make it to a city, we will have to just go to a bank and exchange it all. Thankfully, they added that additional bank in Depot, I think. In any case, let's see. How much is it? We have 9,700 in here, and let's see. Gold coin. 6,446 gold coins. So altogether, sorry guys, I'm tired, so let me calculate it with a calculator. Plus 6,446. We have 16k. I'm afraid I have no reliable way of changing gold to platinum in feyrist. But that is not a problem, because all this gold I will still have to spend outside of feyrist, where I have access to banks, so I'm going to allow that, obviously. Alright, so since we already have 16k, getting another 4k is going to be no problem. Seeing how fast we have been going so far, it's probably going to be like maximum of 2-day cycles. Hell, if we get lucky, then we can even... Let me go downstairs. We can even grab that pearl and sell it for another 3k, or was it 2k? I think it's 3. In any case, 20k is not enough by itself. We are going to need 20k plus some money for food, plus some money, exactly 500 GP actually, to get back to feyrist. Maybe even more, just to be safe, in case we need to go for 2 tries. But still, that was very successful. I am really glad we decided to risk it and kill that final phone. This is progress. 5k out of nowhere. Amazing stuff. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching today. Once again, sir, sorry for ending the moment you joined in, but it's been a long day and I can no longer speak to you all the time while also playing the game. I have started making mistakes that could cost us quite a lot in this area, so... Not to mention my throat is getting more and more sore. In any case, enough whining. Thank you guys very much for joining me today. I hope you have a great day, even though there's not much of a day left, but I guess weekend. I might be able to stream tomorrow actually. Either that or I'm going to spend the entire evening putting together another video, whichever I happen to be more in the mood for. So yeah, don't hold your breath, but I might stream again tomorrow. Once again, thank you very much for watching and I will see you guys next time.